After 13 years, the Oklahoma City Thunder are back in the finals after an amazing playoff run. I was also here back in 2012 when the likes of Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, James Harden, and company made it this far. Now, back then, this was known as the Chesapeake Arena, and now it is called the Paycom Center. A new generation of young OKC players have now taken over, and let's see what some of them have to say.
Like the opportunity is here. It's been a long week to wait. Feels like the days have gone slow, but yeah, I figured out how to navigate through all the emotions and the nerves and the waiting process, which is just plug into my loved ones. Try to not think about it so much, stress about it so much, and just enjoy life and stay in the moment.
It's been great to be able to learn from every single night and try and figure out how to be better for the next one. And you're also seeing the same team for 2 weeks rather than playing a new team every single night. So you're really able to take a deep dive, get into things, and really try to. It's really like a puzzle. You got to take the time to figure it out rather than in the regular season. I feel like you're just working on your own stuff and trying to build yourself throughout the whole season. In the playoffs, it's then taking that and also trying to kind of figure out the other team.
As you saw and heard, a lot of first-timers here from Oklahoma who made it to the finals. Here's another guy who's making it to the finals for the very first time, our very own Dip Bianco with the Indiana Pacers.
For the first time in 25 years and only their second time in franchise history, the Indiana Pacers are back in the NBA Finals. They took down the number one team in the East, and they are looking to do the same against the West. And you're right, Boom, it is my first time here, so I'm curious to find out how some of the guys of Indy are feeling before Game 1.
Oshkosh, Wisconsin, town of like 70,000 people. There's nothing to do. I didn't have anything to do growing up. I stayed in the house or went to the local YMCA to play basketball. I went to the high school to play, or went to my park at Oaklawn Elementary, or whatever the case was. There wasn't a ton to do. So I just think in my life, I really feel like right now in my life, I'm not talking about basketball, but in the off season or whatever, I think I could live anywhere and be just fine. As long as I got my dog, my video game, and a court, I'll be fine. So I just feel like being in Indy, it's a great place for me.
I thought, obviously starting the year, we didn't start the way we wanted to. We had a lot of guys in and out of the lineups, some injuries, some things, and I just thought we stuck to the plan. We just continued to be ourselves, and when we had everyone back healthy, we just started playing good basketball, playing together, defense improved, and just a lot of things that you need as a team to be able to be successful. So I thought we started rocky, but we just stayed steady and just kept being ourselves, and eventually, we got better.
What's impressed me the most with him is how he carries himself. I think that obviously he's a very confident person. He puts his full personality on display. But for someone as young as he is, and someone who just got thrust in a position, he got a lot of stuff coming up real fast. Whether it was Olympic gold medal or the All NBA shoe deal, whatever you want to call it. It takes a lot to be the man. Everybody sees the glitz and the glory, but some tough days. And I think he's handled himself really well.
Well, there you have it. Media availability day is done for the NBA Finals between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Indiana Pacers, two of the youngest teams, I think, in history that have made the finals by average age. OKC and Indiana. Boom Gonzalez, Dip Dipianco, of course. Thank you very much for checking us out. Hey, Dip, how was your first NBA Finals experience? Wala pa tayo dun sa game number 1, dun sa media availability pa lang, where we were able to, kind of like soak it in and be around the athletes.
What an experience, Boom. It's my first time in the NBA Finals, first time in Oklahoma. So it's everything that I expected from what you told me, being this is your another return in the Oklahoma arena,
right.
Paycom Center dati. Chesapeake when you were
Arena.
here 12 years ago.
Right.
13 years ago then.
13 years ago.
Pero ngayon, what you said, lahat yun na-experience ko, but also more than that, just the madness, the craziness of seeing all these players and hear their thoughts before game number 1, of course, getting to see them up close. What a blast. And just getting to ask them some of their questions, which I hope they got to see earlier.
Yeah.
We were able to listen in some of the press conferences, some of the media scrums, and I can't wait for game number 1.
Yeah, starstruck with not only the athletes, but also the international media and the local media and American media who get to cover the NBA on a regular basis. All right, let's talk basketball real quick. As fans, what excites you about this series, which is very fresh for the NBA?
Well, first of all, we know that this is the finals that probably not a lot of people expected.
Yeah.
2 small market teams, although OKC, they were the number 1 team out of West. So they were kind of poised to make it to the end. Pero Indiana, surprising everyone, defeating Cleveland, the number 1 team, and then eliminating the Knicks. So this should be a good one, especially that, the matchup between the MVP, SGA and Haliburton. The last time my recall of their matchup before was back in the Philippines nung naglaro sila sa World Cup.
Great point.
Battle for third sila.
Great point.
Ibang setup yon, international, USA versus Canada. Pero ngayon, they're squaring off again for this time for the NBA Finals.
Anong napansin mo sa aura nila during the scrums and the press conferences and the interviews? Because obviously, they, most of the media people parang gravitated to them, no?
Yeah, from what I caught kanina, yung kay Shea, of course, Jared McCain, the rookie out of Philadelphia, was there asking him a question about how to deal with the mental stress of all of this. And, he answered pretty honestly, and he was saying that, he kind of checks out, tries to zoom out of all this this picture of the NBA Finals. Sabi niya parang, if masyado siyang nai-involve, he plays basketball every day. Ang dami na niyang ginagawang basketball. So he tries to do other stuff, spends time with his partner, with his baby, of course. So that helps him refocus.
Right.
Kasi parang, in other words, ayaw niyang masaturate masyado yung utak niya with all basketball.
What about Hallie?
For Haliburton, he was talking about his dad. He's happy that his dad will be able to watch the finals. Of course, in OKC and syempre, back in Indiana, we all know what happened, right? But told the media that ang laking role ng dad yun. So the aura is good. Shea was a bit more calm.
As always.
Hallie was
ice.
cool. Medyo relaxed siya. Si Hallie was a bit more smiley, which is also what we're used to, right? Seeing Haliburton.
One thing's for sure, both of them are coming into the finals confident, and they exuded that during the media availability, which means ang susunod po dyan ay game time na. NBA Finals game number 1 between the Oklahoma City Thunder, 1 and 2, of course, sa kanilang bahay, sa Paycom Center, and then the action shifts in Indiana for the next couple of games. At lahat po yan, mapapanood po sa Signal TV, NBA TV Philippines, RPTV, and of course, One Sports and the Pilipinas Live app. So continue watching, continue following, and we'll be bringing you more of the NBA.